We're back.
Sorry, that was muted.
Oh, well, that was muted. Oh, hello. We're back. Now we're not muted. So, all right. So, episode 189, Damo?
189.
Yeah, 189. Only 11 episodes from 200. So, tonight we've got the Intelligent Deviants crew on. So, we've got Steve, Anton, and Mitch coming on.
G'day.
And so, you guys are mischief, like, well, not mischief, but like deviants. Well, yeah. How do we get this ball rolling? Because I don't actually know much about you guys. I just know that, you know, Intelligent Deviants in a way. Like, you're a theme camp at Blaze. And then, like, you guys have used to have a lot to do with the Rangers as well.
Yeah, that was just an inadvertent side effect. A lot of us were doing Rangers stuff, and there was a
pull the
a need for a bar, and so we ended up setting up a bar to help service the Rangers, have the Rangers pour drinks. So that tied in really nicely with ID.
So is that actually where it all started from? Like, was actually just making a bar, or? Like, yeah, how did it all come together? Like, because you guys said earlier before we were on camera, like 6 or 7 years ago, right?
So there was like Lewis and I.
Yep.
Lewis and I were out one night with another mate, Stu, in town. It's 2 a.m. You know, kind of getting ready to go home. Just sat across from the sat across from the Blue Room. We had a great night out, and you know, we were. Sorry, getting up to some bits, and it was Stewie that said, "You know what we are? We're intelligent deviants. We can do this shit, and no one's going to notice." And I just said, "That's an awesome name for a theme camp," and we'd been planning a theme camp to take to Blaze the following year, so that became our name.
So how many times did you guys go to Blaze prior to that? And like, well, how did you guys discover Blaze?
2015.
2015, okay.
Yeah, so 16 for us.
Yeah. And then, but it's been 10 years at Coolin now, hasn't it? Or something like that?
That's right, it's rolling up on its 10th.
Yeah, so then you guys went there like what? The first year and the second year of almost
I think I went the second year.
The second year of it running.
Yeah.
How was it compared to like what it is now? Because like back then, like 10 years or...
About 1,500 people in 2015, I think.
Yeah, okay. No, very cool.
Yeah.
So what actually is Blazing Swan for people that don't know what it is?
So officially it's the Burning Man regional event here in Western Australia.
It's the Burning Man regional event, yeah. Yeah, okay.
So they'll call it an exercise in temporary community.
Yeah, okay.
So again, you know, they're a not-for-profit whose mission is to, you know, deliver arts and cultural events, and their flagship thing that they do as an organisation is Blazing Swan over Easter long weekend.
Yeah, okay.
So it's basically now 3,000 people, you know, living in a community out in Coolin for the Easter long weekend.
Yeah, okay then. And so like with Blaze, because it's a lot of people, but it's like got the theme camps as well. Like, because like how does Blaze come together in a way? Because there's a committee, isn't there, and stuff, right? Like, I just want to dive into all of it.
We're reliving PTSD.
Sorry.
Committee? So theme camps are just, you know, groups of participants that sort of unite together, often under some kind of a concept or unifying theme.
Yeah.
You know, and hence Intelligent Deviants was just a group of like-minded individuals, and you know, like drank the Kool-Aid at the bar and wound up
the Church of Belligerents. You know, they do their hymns on the Sunday, and yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah. So then, how big is your group? Like, how big is the theme camp for you guys? Because you were saying earlier, it's like there's 4 of you guys that run Intelligent Deviants, right? But then there's like 20 or something like that out on the outer circle.
10 regulars that are sort of routinely involved.
Yeah.
And then you tend to pick up a whole lot of extras for the actual event itself.
Yep.
So we'll wind up with a camp with 20 odd in it. And we tend to get a bit of a nice overflow because our camp basically backs onto the International Ranger Camp.
Okay.
To find a whole lot of national and international guests.
Well, we're very open to kind of interstate and international kind of burners. You know, they get it. They know how to burn, and they fit in and they help out with the camp.
Yeah. They also see the hilarity and stupid things. You know.
Yeah. So then with Intelligent Deviants and like, because like you guys are giving me some interesting stuff we have to open up soon. But then like, what is Intelligent Deviants? Like, what is like? How do you break it down for? I mean, you know, just anyone that has no idea what it actually could be.
It sounds like they're a bunch of odd fish, according to Google.
What? Odd fish?
Yeah, is that true?
Yeah.
Description or no?
Yeah.
So but like pranksters in a way, or like
You know, we do bits of art, we do pranks, we all except for Steve, but we all DJ type thing. We you know, love for music type thing, like
yeah, okay then.
love for cocktails,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, gifting bars one of the very obvious things that we're known for. But beyond that, I think there's a big sort of the ethos of cacophony, like in the late 80s, early 90s, Cacophony Society was, I think it started in San Francisco. And
Okay.
It was kind of like a Dadaist, avant-garde group of, you know, street performers and, you know, anarchists. You know, back in the days before CCTV, where you could just go and climb the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah.
Steve's holding a large part of our source material right there.
Source material. So what, the Tales of the San Francisco Cacophony Society?
Yeah, we're kind of loosely based on, you know, the shenanigans and gigs that they might get up to.
So,
That's awesome though. That's amazing.
so
Like-
Michael, who's one of the founders of the Cacophony Society that took over from the Suicide Club, basically led a series of uncomfortable expeditions, and their second zone trip, as they were called, was to the Black Rock Desert, and that's how they wound up with Burning Man in the Black Rock Desert.
So they're the precursor to Burning Man.
Really? And so his name was Michael
Danger Ranger.
Danger Ranger.
So when the event started to get big enough, and they were talking like 150 square kilometres of desert, with no fence, no boundaries, no roads, no nothing, they basically were getting people lost out there. And so Danger Ranger set up a search and rescue, you know, mission in his silver bus, and eventually that became formalised, and they actually set up the Rangers. So
That's amazing. Really?
yeah, and that's really
Damn.
the sort of the ethos that I think Deviants are trying to, you know, capture and hang on to.
Yeah.
That sort of playful, artistic chaos.
That's awesome though. That's great though, because that's, you know, it's bringing comedy, everything else, like, but structure, and also just making sure that, you know, everyone's okay, looked after, and then also having a good time. I got to say that is amazing. Thank you so much.
You also started thinking
Can we
about-
pull this up as well? Steve's made us this. Like, that's amazing. Like, thank you so much for that. A shark on the moon with the Infra-Red logo with the sticker. So, but yeah, so no, that's awesome though. And so, because then, like, what have your roles been within Blazing Swan? Like, because I mean, you've had the theme camp, and like, because you said, like we were talking about just before, how like you were doing like the Rangers and stuff. But like, have you guys always been involved with the setup, or like?
So I was on the committee 2016. I joined the committee,
Okay.
and I was asked if I'd facilitate the Rangers, and I wasn't prepared to do it until I'd become a Black Rock Ranger myself. So that 2016, I went over for my second blaze, Big Burn, and went through the Ranger training and became a Black Rock Ranger, and then came back and set it up using, you know, similar training materials, protocols. You know, it's like 30 years of hard-earned experience. Why reinvent something new?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
so-
it works over there, then it will work over here, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's really cool. So then with the
And that's where I got the inspiration for the bar that we have at the Deviants, the gifting bar. So
Yeah.
It was based on the bar at Outpost Tokyo.
yeah, because we were looking at that before. So Outpost Tokyo, and that's like a ranger bar
Yeah.
place, right, where people can go and hang. Like, it's open for everyone, but at the same time, it's a place for rangers that are off duty.
Yeah, hang out and cut loose.
Yeah, and so rangers basically, like, in a way, they're there to help, you know, help people out, look after people,
It's like health and well-being.
health and well-being. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you
But
know,
they're participants.
Yeah.
Same as everyone else. You know,
Yeah,
there's
okay.
nothing special about them. They're participants who gift sober time.
Yeah. That's
Got some
good.
damn
though.
good reviews, apparently.
Oh,
Yeah.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah.
See that? Scroll back up to the bar. Okay, you see that long silver? Yep. That's a cadaver table.
everybody asks about it, and as a bartender, you always encourage them to pay close attention. Notice it's got some carry handles on it, a couple of drainage holes, and then people look at it long enough, and suddenly they go, "Is that for a body?"
Cadaver table.
I think one of the highlights of the 10-7 bar is in recent years, due to ever increasing needs for paperwork and health and hygiene and safety and those things, they have to wipe that bar down like at the top of every hour with an approved vinegar base. So of course the whole place is an alkali salt lake.
Yeah. We've
The
discussed that
consistency
before.
of chalk dust. So you can imagine how foamy the bar gets when you try to wipe it down. It's just the irony of trying to wipe down a dusty bar top in the middle of the desert.
But then, so with that, because like we were talking about that before, but so it's like chalk, fine dust, but it being alkaline salt lake, then like it's kind of like
Corrosive,
corrosive, yeah, and so you don't really want to breathe that in a way, right? But then that's where like people like have the handkerchiefs over their mouths and they have that full outfit and get up, right? In a way, yeah, because it makes sense. But so every year, like, is there a theme for Blazing Swan or like?
There is.
Yeah.
So this year's Neon Caravan.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they've previously done Inception, Illumination, Happy's Larry, Beyond the Black Stump.
Okay.
Likewise, Big Burn does it as well. So frequently the Big Burn and the regionals are themed.
Yep. Yeah.
And again, sometimes the theme's quite loose. It's very open to interpretation. So
Yeah, because it's like people just rock up and just build things and do all sorts of stuff out there, right?
yeah. So they've got theme camps, art, all the big sound camps. Just a whole ton of participants, all just gifting a whole lot of different stuff out there.
That's amazing. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. And so then with Intelligent Deviants then, like, with your camp, so you said it backs onto, like, the international international rangers side, right? But then, like, sorry, what were you going to say?
No, keep going.
I was just going to ask, like, so how long does it take for you guys to set up and then, like, pack down and, like, what's actually involved with being a theme camp at Blazing Swan?
Oh, tons of denial.
Tons of denial. In what way?
You just get used to taking it down and putting it up.
Yeah.
So our theme camp fits into a shipping container. So
That's awesome.
The fundraiser we're doing this weekend is to get the money to get it to and from Coolin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's got the stretch tent, the bar, and all of our decorations in it.
Yeah, because at Blaze as well, so there's no money, it's all just gifting, and it's all just like, swapping and trading almost.
No
right?
trading.
No,
There's no trading.
No,
Oh, really?
The gift is completely unconditional.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. No, that's awesome though. That's really cool. Yeah, okay.
And I mean, that's, I had a background in like commercial events for a long time, and after doing the Big Burn and just really seeing how things can operate very differently, really put a focus personally on, I would much rather go and do something for free, gift the whole lot, and do whatever you like.
Yeah.
It's unconditional. Here's my gift. If you and Blazing Swan and regionals are just a great fertile ground for that. But Intelligent Deviant has carried that beyond the playa. We carry that here into our nice rigid default world.
Yeah.
Where you can do a little bit of social distortion with a couple of stickers or a couple of pranks or some
Yeah.
Bit of street
Yeah,
art.
pranks,
Bit of street
art,
art.
like, yeah, and all the other stuff. Like I still can't get over this. Like, I want to hold this up. But if it's a cunt healthcare, what? That's amazing. And then, so like, this is the kind of stuff you do, though. So you make things, like, you build things, and like, I mean, as you can see as well, like wait, Damo, can you swap it?
Yes.
The anti-asshole medication. like,
Take one when you need it.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, only as directed by my doctor, right? But like every year, so
They're
with
suppositories, aren't they?
2 knuckles deep.
2 knuckles deep. Does it actually say that on it? Yeah, take 1 pill per day in case of emergencies like yours. Consume all at once. That's so good. But then, so like, what are your backgrounds as well? Like, let's go through everyone. Like, because I mean, like, you guys all come together to be able to actually make this happen, right? But then, like, you've just made me this amazing shark thing, and then you've given me this as well, and like, you gave me an envelope full of confetti by the looks of it. But then, yeah, like, what do you got? How do you guys all come together? And like, what are the different roles for Intelligent Deviants to make it happen in a way? If that makes sense.
Oh, we don't really have defined roles, do we?
No.
I do all the cock stuff.
Yeah.
All the cocks. Very nice.
I think you'll have to explain that a little bit more, just so that you don't wind up on some kind of or another watch list.
I started at one of the blossoms I went to. I was asked a stupid question, which was someone asked me if I did art, and I said, yeah, I draw. And then they said, what do I draw? And I think that's a stupid question to ask someone, because like no one draws. I only draw trucks.
Yeah, that's it, right? Yeah.
So I said I just draw really highly detailed cocks. and people just laughed.
Yeah.
And then I had to explain myself by drawing them, and then it just became this thing where Lewis, one of the other guy, he always runs an art workshop during Blossom. You know, like during the day at Deviance, so he was doing Mandela stones, and I thought that was kind of a bit lame. So I just found, I was like, he had all these like really nice perfect stones as well, really like round and nice ones, and I was like, have you got any misshapen odd ones? And I just drew like a really detailed cock on it, and then put it on the bar, and all these people just kept going in and being like blown away by this rock.
Blown what? Really?
Yeah, and then some one girl came in and she took it for like half an hour, showing all her friends.
That is
and then
cock
came
rock.
back and gave it back, and I was like, no, you keep it. I'll just make another one. And then at the same thing, there was a flag making, like, you know, workshop.
Yeah.
So I cut out a big cock on it and put it up, and then it was in Lewis's Lotus little room thing he'd made, and I walked out of there and then walked back in and aimed it to be the best. You know, as soon as you walk in, you had to see it.
So as soon as you walk in, just
Yeah, so it's like up on the wall.
Yeah,
And,
like,
Lewis sends his apologies, but we did bring his stand-in. He had a long-standing appointment with his hairdresser, so
it's easy
Lewis
to
is
call.
here.
Yeah. No, very cool.
Yeah, we do have Lewis's art website, which hasn't updated since, I want to say 2012. Yeah, literally 2012. So
yeah, no, he's not. Up
is
to
that because your cock artwork blew him away? So he's like, I'm just gonna give up.
Yeah, that's right.
Probably,
It's
yeah.
outselling. It's outselling Lewis on our web shop about 20 to 1. So the future is rock.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it still looks pretty cool though.
Lewis's Instagram profile is up to date and has all his art on.
But like, so Damo, you would have seen his things that he's made in the past. Like
Yeah.
he made the hive, and then he
Yes.
made the
Hive?
mushroom this year.
I haven't. He did a lot with the mushrooms, and I've seen him build the hive. And he did the blossom for 2013 as well. No, sorry, not 2013. 2021. Yeah, 2021.
Yeah.
That's when I met him, and he was doing the blossom for
The
that.
load-
So he's an amazing artist.
Yeah,
Yeah, Lewis is our hexagon expert.
yeah.
Hexagon expert.
He's
Yeah.
a
If you need hexagons at your event, Lewis is your man.
but he's a professional. He's a professional sparkle pony.
Yeah.
Professional sparkle pony.
Aren't all artists
Yeah, a little
professional sparkle ponies?
That's awesome though. So he built that shark thing there.
It's
Yeah.
all paper lanterns.
That's a paper lantern.
Yeah, yeah. So I helped him at when we did a thing at a school, making paper lanterns and stuff like that. And that's how I got to.
Oh yeah, I've
Good
met
one.
Lewis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I have met Lewis. Yeah.
And through Drew as well is how I got to meet these guys.
Yeah.
And then that's so
Yeah, then all just kind of came together
yeah.
then.
Yeah. And so Lewis is running some of his workshops at our fundraiser this weekend.
Yeah, okay.
Because the fundraiser is not just Friday night; it's the whole weekend. It's a gallery open thing, but the opening night party is on the Friday.
Yeah.
Actually, if you go to the Deviant website, you'll be able to see some of the art.
Yeah.
And so with the fundraiser, so that's a fundraiser to go to Blaze? Because I've seen that a lot of theme camps
It's
do
literally
that.
just to take the sea container because it costs so much, and every year we end up just using our own money to get the sea container there,
Yeah.
which isn't an issue. It ends up being that would be the result that would have to be anyway. But whether we try and run a party or a thing, and we just decided that we should do a gallery thing rather, because we've been doing a lot more art together rather than
being creative and a whole lot.
And again, we've done bush doofs and other stuff as fundraisers, and now a lot of people are running a fairly standard show in a licensed venue that runs between 6 p.m. and midnight, that pay for drinks at the bar, and they're great shows and they're fundraisers and they're helping theme camps get to Blaze. But we sat down and went, what can we do that's
different? Yeah.
And again, art is so much at the core of what we want to do. We're like, okay, let's go and do a gallery show, and let's do it Deviant style. And we've got a habit of, sort of punking some other events where we've been handing out. There was a recent event in the city of Perth, and we hosted a Art WA NKER session where we handed out scorecards to all willing participants.
Is that what this was? Because I saw this on the back where it was something like spotted at Blossom Art WANK scorecard.
Yeah, so we hand out pre-made scorecards, and you can walk around and score all of the art in the exhibition.
It's got all ticky boxes, different things you want ticky box for.
Oh, look at that as well. The Soon logo of the dead horse. Yeah, that's awesome. Wait, let me show that up.
Nobody's safe.
Yeah,
there we go.
We actually like Soon. I think Intelligent Deviant is a lot better. Major hears that.
Yeah, Major, if you're listening.
Major, you're listening to House of Orb sucks. Intelligent Deviant is so much
now
better.
the telephone's definitely going to ring.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But that's cool though.
Yeah.
So then you did so it was for the city of Perth, did you say? That.
Yeah. So I mean, Steve's been hosting what we call Crafternoon for the better part of the last year, where any deviant that's available comes around and we go and do bits of impromptu art, mostly made out of op shop finds.
Yeah.
And some of these pieces have made their way into laneways here and there, and
because you guys were saying that earlier.
Yeah.
Here, Melbourne, Spain.
Really? Even in Spain?
Yeah, you got pieces everywhere.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And there was a recent bit of a laugh when I think a couple of people came to our bar somewhere, and we were asking what they did, and they're like, oh, we host guided tours around the city of Perth, and
they were from Black Lagoon, weren't they?
Yeah, there were these really great set of art pieces put up in the laneways. It's like, oh, really? Funny that.
Yeah, that's awesome though.
Yeah.
And so, what about you, Steve? How did you come into all of this as well?
Well, it was Lewis and I and Stu originally. So we were keen to have a theme camp at Blaze, and I'd known Lewis probably about 5 years previously. A very accomplished artist. We managed to cobble together a stretch tent, and we built a bar, and we took a heap of art to our first Blaze.
Yeah,
in
okay.
2017.
In 2017.
Yeah.
And then so with that, because it's gifting, you don't really sell your art or anything like that. You just gift your art, or
we just take it and show it.
No, just show it. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. And so then what's involved with the art? So you made this, but then also seeing the paper bloody shark, the paper lantern shark, that looks amazing. What else have you guys created?
So Steve's very in on his op shop frames with a meaning and a purpose and stuff like that. Anton does a lot of electronic type things, the pixelated and and his whisper tree and stuff like that have been at other things.
Yeah.
Lewis has got a real knack for putting.
He does big sculpture, and also will kind of theme the stretch tent.
Yeah. Lewis does these at the moment he's been doing things for people to wear at Blazes and Blossom, but head horns and headdresses and masks for masquerade and stuff like that. But they're again using all secondhand material and stuff like that, and they just look awesome. I do bit of the frames, bit of things. I do cock rocks and
that's and the cock flags and everything.
Stuff like that. I do them, but and we do just, you know.
Yeah, so it's like a collab almost. It's
Yeah.
just like everyone's got their own little artistic way, and then you guys just come together and
And over the
just
last
make it
2
happen.
years or so, Steve's made his house into like this wonderful art space.
What, your actual personal home?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's
So
cool.
It's just like you go in there, and when new people come in there, they're blown away by it because it's like going into an art shop. Because it's like, you know, doll pieces and books, you know, like a library of books. And the books, I go there nearly every week, and the books turn over, and there's always a new book set.
Oh, really?
Like it's always
So you
getting
just
new.
keep it fresh.
There's every art supply you could possibly want, like that you could go and grab, you know. So you basically just, you know.
Damo, find the
Have a bit of a
Deviant
drink.
website and go to the store, and you'll have examples of the art.
Yeah, a bit of a drink, you know what I mean, and while you sit down, and you know, and all of a sudden you just get the inspiration to make a little something, you know.
There you go. Which one in particular?
Would you go to the art?
Uncategorized accessories.
Oh, here we go, art.
Yeah.
Oh, and tickets. I'll show this off like that. Here we go. So you have nature.
The cockroach.
Oh, there it is.
I thought it was just going to be just like a, you know, just an outline.
No,
It's
no,
like,
that-
not an actual
no.
cockroach.
That one's speedy.
Yeah, speedy cockroach. If ChatGPT were a virus, empathic, what? Empathic ambiguity.
28 days, surrounded by stuff.
S-
Cockrock stiff. Men at work. Untitled 3. Cockrock sweaty. Untitled 2. A moment in time. A cockrock O. Untitled cockrock red-handed.
This
Yeah,
is amazing.
I've been busy.
Eiffel Tower.
When
Cognitive dissonance.
Julia's speech doesn't work and it's a meat hammer.
Yeah, again, this has just been a great way of taking, you know, Deviants and their associates and their art and getting it up for sale on a site, and, you know, 25% helps us get the C container out to Blaze, but the rest of it goes straight to the artist. So some of this will show up at the gallery, and there's a whole more custom stuff happening from the gallery as well.
And so then, like, can people say, like, you know, say if they go to the gallery and they really like a piece, then do you just direct them to the website and say, like, you know, yeah.
Makes life super easy. All the sales that get done through the website.
Yeah.
Plus, there's all the explanatory text, and just means we don't have to go to the expensive gallery catalogs and the like.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh, that's amazing then. And then, so like with the way the camp works for you guys, like the theme camp, do you guys do like something every day or something different every day or anything? Because you know how like say at Blossom they do like yoga at certain times and do the ice bath that doesn't get washed and stuff like that, and all the other things, and just like stacks up like an itinerary. But do all the theme camps have different things going on?
To an extent.
Because I've never been. Like I really want to go, but I've just heard from others.
You
that,
can't party for 5, 7 days in a row.
yeah.
So you got to everyone, they work out how they're going to do it. You know, so you know one camp might have a party on three nights.
Yeah.
But the other nights they go to another party, or they chill out by themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean,
Ours would be workshops, wouldn't it? During the day, we tend to run a workshop or two each day.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, kind of arts based.
Yeah. So what are some of the examples of the workshops you've guys done in the past?
Like
Flag making, we did
flag
that.
making,
Yeah,
rocks,
fly your
hats,
flag.
skateboards.
Really, making skateboards? as
No,
well?
like painting them and
Oh, okay. Yeah.
stuff like that. Painting hats.
Yeah.
Bling yourself up. You know, so just bring a whole load of light up stuff that you can sew into your costume or whatever.
don't be a dark
And-
blood.
Yeah.
There's the standout how to stack a BSI election. That was
I had what BSI
Oh, yeah,
election?
look, you know, we're all about rigging elections and bringing a little bit, you know, again, our campaign running into the last AGM was make Blaze great again. And, you know, we've got the beautiful red hatches, the red hats to, you know, to match the campaign.
Very nice. Yeah.
We have some comments. Sorry, I just want to interrupt you real quick. Andrew McFarlane says, "Tell the punk in the middle to get a haircut."
This is what happens when you join a theme camp.
He also says, "Closer to the mic."
And so get some ASMR going.
So please continue.
So then with the way it all works as well. So it's like a friend of mine, Major, was telling me it's like you have to wear like a different costume every day. That's
You
not.
don't have to.
Yeah, it's not enforced, right? But is it kind of just like just go there and just be creative and just do
You're
whatever?
supposed to go there and be yourself
Yeah,
and just let loose.
and just let loose and just have fun. Yeah, yeah. Okay then.
Yeah, we've run missions, haven't we, in the past?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're usually fun, you know. So there'll be 2 or 3 stacked up for the Blaze, and people can come at the bar and request, you know. But whoever's behind the bar will determine whether or not we think they're up for it. In your little bag there'll be one of our first ones.
So
There's a sticker. Oh, that's a little gift for you.
I love Uranus. Lovely. The first thing I pull out. All right, what have I got here now? All right. All right, undercover drug dealer. Right.
That's a magnet.
Oh yeah, they went on. So the cops usually will rock up at Blaze, you know, just to kind of pass through and check how it is.
Yeah.
Managed to get one on 2 or 3 cop cars.
Nice.
Yeah, like the simple joy of a sticker, and you know, we might create the missions or the stickers, but handing them to a semi-willing participant and saying, "Hey, get creative with one of these and see where you can get it."
Mm.
You know,
But then, so like with the mission, so like, what actually is a mission? What do you guys mean by a mission in a way?
well, the mission might be go and take this sticker and deploy it in every portaloo.
There's one in your bag. It's the large one, the large white one. That.
Lewis Vaughan says
No, right at the back there. No, you got it in your hand.
The one
Oh yeah.
Literally, that's literally.
That's it.
It's because he's got it in
Masturbation
his
notice.
hand.
So, masturbation in the toilets is a violation of the Blazing Swan code of conduct. The toilets are pumped out daily, and the pump is not designed to handle semen. Last year, excessive amounts of semen in the toilets clogged up the contractor's pump and cost Blazing Swans thousands of dollars in additional fees. This has been reflected in the increased ticket prices this year. It's your semen, your money. Please masturbate in your tent.
Well,
Nice. Oh,
clearly
you
not.
actually pulled it up.
Pulled it off, as it were. Yeah.
Oh. and the fact that there were people talking about this for real at the bar the following day after the stickers went up.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Some fella came up and he says, "So that was a prank. We spent 3 hours last night discussing the fluid mechanics and whether or not that was a thing."
That's so good though. But then, so with the bar, like, how many people would come and go from your bar over the whole course of it? Because there was like 3,000 people cap, right?
Yeah.
At Blaze. But then with the 3,000 people cap, it's like it's such a big area, right? But then, like, you guys are quite well known throughout Blaze, right? As one of the big camps.
It just as it happens, you know, you can't predict anything at Blaze. The whole thing runs in what we call Gilligan Rock time, which is, you know, plus or minus 5 hours with a 30% probability it won't happen at all.
Yeah, okay.
You know, so we sort of just keep our own hours and run the bar for as long as it seems viable, and
Yeah, and just,
again, make it up as appropriate.
yeah. Yeah, so it is kind of all like on the spot. You set up, you get ready to go, and then it's just
Also, there's
Go.
this thing where people don't really realise it's a bar. You know, like that they're allowed to go to it. So they'll wander in. You know, after a while, and then you get so it's not everyone walking past.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah, it is kind of like you.
So it is filtered a little bit of. You know, so it's not 3,000 people.
It finds its own level. You know, it finds its own level over the event. So, you know, like at any one time there might be, you know, 6 or 7 folk just stood around chatting, and I think probably the point of difference of the bar is that we will serve a real drink. You know, you'll go to I don't know, a sound camp and there's probably a punch available. You know, it's kind of random whatever with some mixers. And, yeah, and so, but we'll actually run a bar. So what we're gifted, we will serve back to people.
Yeah,
We
okay.
pump prime it with maybe a case or two, a couple of cases of liquor, and a whole heap of mixers.
It just mixes, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
And again, I think one of the best demonstrations to me about how this bar works, we famously gate crash, usually with some kind of consent from the organisers, other people's events.
Yeah.
You know, so we've popped up at Soon, we've
Yeah.
popped up at Twisted Jar shows, we've popped up at Shit Show, and I think probably...
Shit show? I've never heard of shit show.
Yeah, put that on your radar. James is one of the artists that'll have his works at the gallery this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think the event that really highlighted the bar at its finest was, I think it was after the first really big lockdown, Pommy's invited us out to a big doof happening out in New York. We bought the bar, we set the whole thing up, and this event was huge, like unexpectedly huge, because I think people were just glad to be outside again.
Yeah,
We've got the bar, and we set up a long way from all the stages, so you've got to sort of come and find us. But you know, you paid for a ticket to get here, and you could pay for food, and you could pay for a whole lot of other stuff. And I remember these two young guys sitting down at the bar, and one of them asking if we could go and make some exotic cocktail, and we were like, yeah, of course. You know, made the cocktail with all the garnish and poured, and he took his wallet out and went, so how much do we owe you for the drink? And we were like, no, it's a gifting bar. They're free. And he's like, I don't understand how
how it works. Yeah,
you could just see that no compute moment.
Yeah,
and that was just great. And then he said, but long term, how do you make this sustainable? I'm like, we always see the bar, but at the same time, people gift us stuff into the bar.
Yeah.
Like, and we always say, you know, you might not gift something to us this time around, but you might see us at another show. You might come to Blaze, go put a bottle of booze in the back of your car, and next time you see us, gift it to us, and we can repeat that stunt another 15 times.
Yeah.
So
that's like, actually, it's such a good way of doing it. It's a good ethos in a way, because it's just like, it is just, if you gift to us, we'll gift to you. We'll keep gifting to you. But it's like, it's karma almost, and keeping it good karma.
Yeah.
Like just keeping it just nothing but good karma, and just, you know, people will remember that. But I can imagine it's be quite funny as well, the whole non-computing stage, where people are just like, wait, what do you mean? Like, what? Like, I can't give you money for the free cocktail? Like,
But you turn up at our bar without a vessel, you don't get anything.
really?
Or you get pranked.
Or you get pranked.
You know, like we'll give you a cup, and then you find out that you're the only guy with a dick straw.
Out of the whole bar.
Out of the whole bar. What have I
And we
got?
will tell your girlfriend you spent the whole weekend sucking dick.
That's amazing, yeah. And so with the gifting bars for Blaze, how often do you run it? So it's every day, right? But is it like specific certain hours, or?
It's
No.
whatever. You know, and then you just turn the lights off when we're not open.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense then, yeah. And then, like, do you guys do that often, though, to be able to go off and enjoy things, or do you, like,
Hell
take
yeah.
it in turns?
Yeah, but
or?
it's also, you've always got this flow of people, you know, from the crew. So some people might want to hang out a little bit longer.
The other one
Out
is
there, you know?
the other one is that we don't limit serving in the bar to just members of Intelligent Deviant. You know,
Yeah,
if
it's
you
anybody,
seem
yeah.
to have got the balls to come and do it, or you know, it looks like you're ready to step up, come and join the bar.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you dig in your bag, you'll find a set.
There's just so much stuff in here. Alright, so this is all everything.
There you go, you got the balls.
The fuck is that? what a fuck. It's like a lolly made in Canada. Candy Prince. Okay.
Is that the balls?
Yeah, the balls are there.
It's a necklace.
The backstory on this one is Pommy famously gifted a set of balls to the Blazing Swan committee, to
Really?
every member of the committee one year.
Really?
Pretty sure they had to declare it on their gifts registry.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
There's a gifts registry as well?
Or as a board member, you've got to declare all gifts that you've received.
Yep. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, they weren't making tough decisions easily, were they? So, just a little prompt.
And again, we spent time on the committee years ago, so we know what it's like, and just doing a little bit of, you know, chaos just to lighten the mood.
Mm.
You know, gets taken pretty well most of the time.
Because I can imagine it's like, you know, you got to have it as all fun and games whilst also being serious, because it's an event. It is a proper legal event. But at the same time, people are going there just to have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
experience it, right?
Exactly. So that top one there, can you read that out loud? It's like a reading test.
I map who iced ink.
No. You've got to get the cadence right. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Go on.
I map who iced ink. What?
He's failing the reading test.
Yeah, all right, Damo. You're up.
I map who I stink.
No. See, get the cadence. Da 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 da.
So,
Yeah, try again.
so,
Word.
so I map who, iced ink.
Try faster.
I map who, iced ink.
Yes,
Yeah,
I can smell you from here.
yeah. Okay, now I'm getting it. There's quite a few of them. It took a while. Weapons of mass distraction as well. Okay. So, yeah. So it's amazing. Like you guys brought so many gifts. Like that's so cool. But like it's awesome to see like that. You know, this is what Intelligent Deviance is. Like it's a community basically, right? Because like you know what other camps are there for Blazing Swan? There's quite a few, but then
Oh, it's 50 odd
50
things.
odd,
50
every
odd.
year.
Really.
You know, and so if you want to go do yoga, you can do yoga. If you want to go do bogan yoga, you can do that too.
Bogan.
Oh yeah.
I just
Yeah.
say don't never camp across from where they're doing yoga in the morning, because unless you want to listen to the track for 45 minutes.
Track. There's a really.
It just keeps going. It never stops.
Can you do that in the mic throughout the whole episode? Though?
So is this lolly? What is this? This is a tongue? It's just thrown in the bag.
Yeah, it's random shit.
Yeah. That's good though. Like,
So the other bit that you opened before is called Radical Self-Entitlement, which is basically our parody newsletter. And
yeah.
in this day and age where everyone is super saturated with social media and Facebook and so on and so forth, we decided to go completely analog.
That's good though, because
And again, it's a fundraiser. It's a subscription-based newsletter, but we want to do it in the spirit of what was called Rough Draft, which was something that was kicking around in the late 80s, early 90s, where if you wanted to find out what was going on, you sent in 5 stamped self-addressed envelopes or paid them $10 or whatever it was, and they sent you out the newsletter with what was going on and a whole lot of random stuff inside it as well.
that's a good way to do it though as well, because so many people are glued on their phones these days. But like I miss the days of print media basically. Like
Jump on the website, subscribe,
yeah, and what? And then I'll actually get delivered.
and you'll
That's
get
right.
that through the post.
Really?
You get
Yeah. You get mail that won't be a bill.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, Damo, can you pull?
This is the Cacophony Society's rough draft newsletters, which I'm assuming was the inspiration behind.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, so 1987, 88, all the way up to what now?
And yeah, so this is all original. Oh well, the Cacophony Society petered out. They sort of went into their online mode in the end of the 90s, but they pretty much petered out after that. The LA chapter kept going, I think, for quite some time.
Okay.
But, you know, we've taken a leaf out of their book and tried to keep it going and keep it analog.
But they started doing things like they did the flash dances and stuff like that. They changed what they were doing and started doing things like massive flash dances and stuff like that.
What, like flash dances as in like the movie Flashdance?
Oh, like flash mob.
Flash
like,
mob?
Like, you know, we suddenly get a whole lot of people show up in Central Station and suddenly stand still for a minute. I mean, they did some truly crazy stuff.
Never heard of that before.
So, I think...
Underground sewer tours.
Underground sewer tours. Again, like I said, before the day and age of CCTV, and Suicide Club was the group that got this started, but they would do, sewer tours. They would climb the Golden Gate Bridge. And when I say climb it, I mean like go up the main arch pieces, walk over it, just holding onto the rope. No security to stop you. They used to host dinner parties. There's a couple of platforms at the top of the towers, and they just host dinner parties up there. Again, you could do all this in the 80s and 90s. There's no CCTV.
Yeah, it's it. Yeah, what do people? The cops could try and disperse it,
No.
but if there's a big group, like
And again,
you're not doing any harm.
the only harm's likely to be to yourself.
That's
you
it,
know,
yeah.
And probably in an age of common sense.
That's amazing, though. That's so cool. Because what still blows me away is how you've got the book. Wait,
Shit.
wait, is that the Golden Gate Bridge?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah. Okay then.
Yeah, but now when you go there, there's like 400 cops walking along it.
Yeah. Cameras everywhere.
probably because of them.
If you're really into finding out about this, if you go and Google Cacophony Society John Law PDF, you will actually find John Law, who's the author, one of the authors of the book and one of the main members of Cacophony Society, has accidentally gone and left the PDF copy of his book available on his website. So you can download a low-res version of that and all of their tales.
No, very nice.
But, it's, something that we're really trying to keep alive as everything gets more and more digital.
Things get forgotten. And
let's
all
face it,
sorts.
how big is the thrill of getting something in the mail, and particularly when it's a handmade, it's a bit of a joke, there's something inside, it's a,
Well, that's it. Like, this is art in itself. Like, this is literally like, even though it's a newsletter, it's still funny to read. It's still got like the crossword on the back as well, like the last
best bit about
last month's crossword puzzle.
Well, the best bit is if you read the answers.
That's it. Yeah.
If you read the answers, we've never actually put the crossword into the newsletter. We only print the answers.
Really? Yeah. That's great.
Every week we invite somebody else to write the answers for the crossword.
And so then, who writes the newsletter then? Like,
I put it together and we just get contributions. Like, most of the art's original. People draw their own stuff. Some people give us fully completed articles. Some of them are ideas that get fleshed out. Again, that's the prototype first edition that's gone out.
Yeah.
And we're asking anybody who wants to make a contribution. So, if you want to support us, give us some content. Got something witty to
Mind you, it's when you got that tissue that was a bit scrunched up and it says, "Did my jizz smell funny?"
Really?
Real mail received at Blazing Swan in response to the masturbation notice.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so mail that's guaranteed to get you on a watch list.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see
and
that.
as you've already discovered, you usually have to open the envelope quite carefully.
Yeah, that's it. Otherwise, you get glitter everywhere.
It's biodegradable in 200 to 300 years.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah. But that's so good. And then so like that book. So what's the story? When did you get that book? How long have you had it for? Like, can we pull it out again? Like, it's just. No.
Oh, the book. Right.
Yeah, the book.
Yeah, some crazy shit happened here before the cameras are rolling.
Yeah. So, I don't know, I've had that a few years.
What was it called? The Epstein Lounge.
Yeah, so the Cacophony Society. But
It's a great read. So when did I first hear about it? What about 2011?
2011, okay.
Yeah, I think someone mentioned it to me, and it was when I went to my first big burn. A friend of mine mentioned it to me, so I kind of looked it up, and then Anton, when our spheres kind of collided, you were aware of it too already. Yeah.
And so it's kind of like an unspoken, like, but it because like you guys are basing a lot of...
It predates the burn, and it kind of contains within it the ethos of what the burn is.
Yeah. That's amazing though. So that it's like, it's almost a piece of history from before Burning Man even even started up.
And don't forget that all of what Burning Man arose out of was social jamming and a bit of distortion and street theatre, and you can read a ton about how this was all just a continuation of sort of that avant-garde feeling that people had. And a lot of us are sort of really caught up in our regular default worlds, but as soon as you become part of a theatre performance, an impromptu theatre performance, and then suddenly you're playing a role, or it's a bit of an act, and there's a bit of maybe danger or unknown about it, and you get that crazy psychomagic effect. And I've in fact, there's a couple of great books that are written about it where they talk about if it feels like serendipity, then you're probably doing it right.
Yeah, okay.
When you get that amazing effect of all these people working together and get that electrical magic thing.
And it's like immediacy and radical self-expression.
Yeah.
See, this is why I want to go and check out Blazing Swan, because it just seems like it would just be a different world. Just like it's just you step foot into just this universe almost of just creatives and artistic people. Like, just
Absolutely. And I think a true act of serendipity, according to Lewis Horne, is when a double-ended dildo ended up somewhere. So do you mind?
yeah, elaborate if that's alright. You'll look there, Steve.
Well, look, we ranged it at the Wild Festival, and took along a few pranks. One of which was some unusual objects that could be handed in at lost property. And in fact, that's how one of our
rangers got his handle.
Yeah, lost property. So we were kind of. I was wearing my BlackRock Ranger shirt, and he said, "Oh, are you BlackRock?" And we started having this conversation. And I said, "Oh, actually, I'm part of the Deviants, and we do missions, and we've got a mission waiting up at the bar." And so he went up to the bar, and so you can carry it on from there. You were there, weren't you? When he picked up the mission.
Basically, he was handed a double-ended dildo and given the task of...
Actually, no, Kirk was given the double-ended dildo.
Basically, somebody had... That's right. Kirk was given the task of delivering this device to lost property, but there were some pretty strict parameters on it. So at no point could he refer to it as being any kind of sex toy. So it was just like, "Oh, I've just gone and found this, I want to hand it in." And then it was our new recruit, Eric, who was then given the follow-up mission, which is to go to lost property and retrieve the object without describing it as a sex toy. And that's where it got truly hilarious, because now he's getting harassed by the lost property team of, "Are you the disgusting people that have gone to the... we've discarded it. We've thrown it in the trash." Yeah. And he's like, "But that's my personal relaxation device."
Yeah, I need it back.
A sense of just, mock rage. And then, of course, ice the cake with the stunt by literally walking into Ranger headquarters and then filling out an incident report saying that my personal property has been recovered, given to lost property, and has now been discarded.
That's amazing.
And then, to take it to the nth degree, a team of associates went to the Burn last year, and they went and returned the double-ended dildo to Ranger Lost Property, which is now his handle, at his camp in the Black Rock Desert. And so it was handed to him, and now he's returned it to Australia, and I'm pretty sure they'll be sending it back to the wild where it all originally started.
Wow. So they actually it's travelled then and come back. That's amazing. Like, what are some other good mission stories and stuff? Is there any others? Like
the drink token one.
The drink token?
There was a fundraiser a while back, and this individual here decided to go and print a drink token allegedly made by the Church of Belligerents, which was very subtle, and basically said, "Give this cunt a drink." Now, anyone seeing this token is never going to believe that it's actually a bona fide drink token. So he handed it out to a whole lot of people, and they all just thought this is funny, like, yeah, good one.
Yeah.
But he encouraged, no, like they actually work at the bar. And the joke is, on that particular night, all brand new greenhorn bartenders, having not worked the venue before, just saw participant walk up to a bar with, all the bravado of this is really a drink pass, and handed it to the bar.
It had the Church of Belligerents logo in their logo style. You said, "Give this cunt a drink."
And they handed out free drinks. The next morning, the venue owners were hassling the Church of Belligerents, saying, "You guys owe us $3,000 for all the free drink passes you handed out."
Wow.
They're looking at us going,
That's amazing as well. Holy crap. But then it just kind of settled and it was all good and it wasn't...
That's the church's problem now.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. So the Church of Belligerents is another theme camp then? Yeah. And they're a big theme camp as well? Or?
Yeah, they're like a metal dudes as well.
Oh, they're all metal dudes?
Sort of. Yeah. Synthy metal dudes.
Okay. So what are the main theme camps for Blazing Swan? Like
Probably the
the
sound camps would be the big ticket ones, wouldn't they?
sound
5
camps.
or 6 sound camps.
Yeah.
But the sound camps are just like they're just like little mini festival things, right? Or like little stages with DJs and stuff.
Yeah,
or?
yeah, just the DJ stage. You know,
Yeah.
like biggest one would be God Said No. They pretty much go non-stop.
Mm. Yeah, because God Said No has been around for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of you's actually got their new logo actually.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, yeah.
Much
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, it's very important. Yeah, I think,
That's so good.
Yeah, bit of cultural misappropriation.
But then, like, all the theme camps just work together, hang out, have fun, communicate, everything, right? Like, it's
No.
no, no, not at all. But like, so like, if you
acknowledge them.
is that right? So yeah, if you want to go to that camp, yeah, they're just down there, you know, that kind of thing. Like, yeah. So, but so like, is there ever any at any stage? Because like, even with the Rangers, like, you know, keeping the peace in the way and just making sure everyone's having fun. But is there like any stages where, like, say, a theme camp might be missing something, and you guys can like swap and trade and like,
Oh, that happens all the time.
well, not trade, but you know, gift in a way. But
There's Camp Unicorn, wasn't there? One
Camp
of the
Unicorn?
missions. Yeah, it's a Camp Unicorn. They had this lovely sign, like a
what?
big tall letters, Camp
PTSD warning if you're a unicorn.
Unicorn. Yeah. So
it's
one
not
of our
soon, though.
missions was to rearrange the letters to make manic porn.
Nice. And do that without anyone noticing, right?
Yeah, which is hard work on the main drag.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they did pretty well, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually got, you know, the anagram and made it, and there's a spare C left over. Plenty of spare C's in anyway. But one of the unicorns came up really quite irate because you know, when this mission was carried out, you know, like they were concerned that the sign had been broken because some of the screws and nuts that were holding it in place were missing. Now, the person who completed the mission had literally just come up to say, look, we've done it, here's a photo, and these screws were left over. So when you know, the unicorn that came up to kind of have couldn't believe that the Deviants would even do this, and how dare you, and like, you've broken it because we haven't got all the fixings to put it back in place. And I took the hand and went, these ones.
And then gave the screws back. Yeah, that's awesome.
So
though.
we
That's
help each
good.
other out at times.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a famous group vaguely affiliated with Cacophony that were called, and I'm pretty sure they still exist, they're called the Billboard Liberation Front.
Billboard Liberation Front.
And so their specialty was changing billboards, big billboards,
Okay.
very obvious billboards.
Yeah.
But there were rules. The rules were that it had to be non-destructively. So you could change it by putting an overlay, another piece of wood, whatever. But basically, you had to be able to reverse it. And they almost always left a six-pack of beer on the man access to the platform.
Yeah.
As a bit of a sorry, we know someone's going to have to go revert this. But, that's the whole thing, If you go and create a little bit of anarchy out there, but, make sure you keep all the fasteners.
Yeah. That's pretty cool then. And so they were over in America as well, or they were based here?
Well, this is the thing, all this primarily started, so Cacophony was San Francisco based, wound up with a chapter in LA, but by the end of the 90s when the internet became a thing, this just spread further and further, and they went from a zone trip of maybe less than 100 people, which is now 85,000 people at Burning Man, and there's now, I think, at one point there was 140 regional events globally affiliated with Burning Man.
140, really?
Yep.
Wow.
The message has carried very, very far. And again, there are lots of other events out there that are taking cues from Burning Man or the values or codes of conduct. We're trying our best to keep some of that original, slightly lampooning spirit alive.
Yeah, because there's like isn't there like the 10 rules or something like that? Or not rules, but they're like for Burning Man and Blaze and stuff. It's like the
10 principles.
10 principles, that's it, yeah. Can we pull them up if that's all right, Dama? So then, like, they've been implemented ages and ages ago, right? Like, since the beginning. But they're just kind of like the do's and the don'ts, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's taken a little while.
that's all good. Yeah, so 11 principles now.
Yeah, so it's 10 at the Big Burn and 11 at Blaze.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
never got that consent one. Is it because people weren't consenting or what?
Not sure. What's this I hear about the 12th principle?
Oh, radical self-entitlement. Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's a guiding set of principles. You're never, ever going to be able to occupy all 11 simultaneously.
Yeah.
And sometimes they contradict each other, but you know, it's like they're principles. They're like guidance.
Yep.
They're not set in tablets of stone.
Yeah. And it's like, it's not like, you know, you can't join in and be a part of it, even if you are following 2 or 3 or whatever and they're swapping
Well,
around.
you
or
kind of hope, you know, and actually
Yeah.
bring them back into default world. You know, can you live your life like this?
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the thing about it. So, like, we're going out because like, I DJ out and about and stuff. And, like, with that, when I've met people and actually talked to them about Blazing Swan, they've all just said it's been, like, an absolute life-changing experience. And they're just, like, from going to Blaze or even going to Burning Man or anything like that, they've come back and it's like, it is just...
I know they get boring, didn't they? Like going on and on about how fucking different I am. And, I don't know, yeah.
But so it is just
Yeah.
a community-based thing then.
Yeah.
And it is like, it's just a committee of, like, what, 10 people for Blaze or...
Yeah,
It
give or take.
varies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's about kind of, you know, bringing that community ethos back into our communities.
Yeah.
Like we've started doing some workshops at an op shop in Kelmscott.
Yeah,
And
okay, that's
every
cool.
6 weeks, we'll just kind of rock up there at 5. They stay open for 2 hours.
Hmm.
Well,
You
they
know,
don't. They shut the doors, and we go out into their back area and then do it.
Yeah.
yeah. But folk from the community come along. I mean, I've met people I never would have
That's
met
like me and
otherwise.
Steve and then like 7 or 8 elderly ladies.
And we've got them
We
making
build it up
friends.
by bringing our other friends as well.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, you're dealing with these, like, you know, you're talking to these, you know, just, you know.
Is that this one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
No, that's
awesome.
Steve's house.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's awesome, though. Yeah.
Yeah, and they just, you know, you can talk to, you know,
One of
Jan,
the...
you know,
Yeah,
70-year-old
seven-
Jan.
And again, that's a set of the workshops that will be running this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. So I
Yep.
think there's 4 separate sessions. So
Mm.
you can come down with a whole lot of material provided, bring your own if you want to. And
Yeah, Lewis has got a family-friendly one, which is Lego bricks and beats.
Okay.
So he's got 100,000 pieces of Lego.
Mm. And then just go in,
and you go
build
and
something.
things, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. There's a Facebook event for it, right? Like
yeah,
and everything.
and if you go to the Intelligent Deviant website, absolutely everything is available through there.
And do you guys have like a Facebook group or anything like that as well?
Yeah.
Can we pull all that up if possible, Damo? Like, how have you guys gone about like, you know, like growing the Facebook community? Because social media is such like it's a game changer, but it's not a game changer. It's kind of like it's a crutch these days compared to like digital print, what it was in the 90s and stuff. Because like you post something, and unless you pay for it or sponsor it, it doesn't really go that far. Like,
No, exactly. I mean, it's a necessary evil in some regards that you want to go and seed and get a message to a certain portion of the community. But you just need those seed people out there, and then it becomes analog.
Yeah.
The reality is that Perth is still a small enough city that word of mouth really can carry you a long distance. And analog stuff
Yeah.
still works really well. You know,
It
I think-
does, yeah.
You know, when you push that little box, you laugh.
That's it. just for the people that didn't see that. So it's useless box, and then you push it. But what people didn't realise as well, which I didn't realise, it's actually a dick. So it's a dick that is pushing it, which is amazing. But it's so cool though. Like, it is actually so cool that you guys are just a bunch of creatives, collectives. You come together and you're throwing, like, you know, the theme camp at Blaze. But at the same time, it's like you encourage people to have fun, have a good time, give people missions about double-ended dildos and stuff like that. But it's all just pranking, having a good time, and encouraging people to get, come together, right? So
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Bringing people together, creating a space,
yeah,
and the people that come along bring the magic.
yeah. It's amazing. It's so good.
There's always like this sort of formula that goes with it as well. Like so we're doing a lot of the art, and you get these people come and they get interested, and they take a little while.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, we're shutting it down, and they're like, oh, I'm still halfway through this. I haven't, I've only just started because I stood there for like 2 hours chatting.
Yeah.
So if you're available this weekend and you come along to the old Custom House in Freo, the art show is free to come in. Come and have a look. There's a heap of workshops going on. There's also at the door. You can grab a flyer.
Yep.
And there's going to be a random art trail. It's kind of loosely around the theme of AI and our ambivalent attitude to it.
Okay.
So there'll be 10 bits of street art that will be put up around Freo. You can get a map, go and find them. Write the caption down, take a photo of it, email it to the Deviants, and we'll draw 3 out for a piece of free art.
That's awesome. That's not bad. All right. No, yeah,
Come along.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was telling Mitch just before, I was telling you guys before we start, so I've got to go to work on Friday, but I'll definitely come down after. I definitely want to come hang out and check it out and, get involved, so.
It's opening party on Friday night from
Yep.
6 p.m. and that's our, sort of flagship event to open the gallery. And again, running the gifting bar, all the art's available for sale. We've got DJs, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you pin those to the outside of your shorts, you can come in for free.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I might just do that. Just walk in between my legs and dangle them.
If you wear footy shorts and have them hanging out the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. Oh, all right. Well, yeah. Cheers so much for coming on, you guys, because we've been going for an hour and hour and a bit. Yeah.
And this is it, the old custom house.
Yeah. So whereabouts is the old customs house in Freo?
Edgeville Street.
It's about 200 metres down from the train station.
Oh, really?
On
So
the,
it's
on the train station road.
Yep.
If you as you walk out of the train station facing Fremantle, and you would have turned right.
Yep.
You would just walk down a little bit towards where the.
Yeah, if you're heading to the Maritime Museum, basically as you reach the end of the road before you cross the railway line and enter the car park there, the end of the terminals, that's Old Customs House, the massive red building on the corner.
And so it's quite a big building as well. Like there's heaps of room. For
It's huge. It's
Oh, that's it there. Wow. Okay.
yeah. So
And you've got the whole building to install and not install, but like
we've got
set up
basically the
stuff.
whole gallery space on the ground floor.
Yep. That's amazing. That's awesome, man. And so it's going from the Friday till the Sunday then?
Yeah, so opening 6 p.m. till midnight on Friday, and
Yep.
then the gallery will run from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
And that'll include the workshops inside those slots as well.
That's so good. It's just amazing to see, like, how you guys got a community, but there's so many other communities and they're all just helping each other out and, like, promoting the right thing. Because it's like, we're doing this podcast, we've met so many people where it's like events, functions, this and that. But like with the events, it's almost like, trying to be as big as you can and just like make it happen. And then you might help some people out in the whole lot. But it just seems like the whole burner community is literally just helping each other out. It's all just being like a family, just being a greater family almost. So it's good. It's cool.
We also have a few comments I'd like to go through before.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just pull it up.
Yeah?
So yeah, 2 seconds.
The suspense is killing us.
Yeah, that's it.
That'd
Yeah.
be the best
just
question I've ever heard.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Lewis Horn, the pony's not sparkling enough. Is he really smoking? Just doesn't seem okay. Same occasionally, every bar drink comes with a free lime and a zip tie.
Yes,
And a zip
yes.
tie.
There's been a few questionable cocktails from Sam.
And of course, Jen Lord with telling Lewis not to ask that question. This is the best prank ever. And apparently Eric absolutely nailed saying the double-edged dildo.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's why his handle is now Lost Property.
Lost Property.
He did it so well that is his Ranger handle.
Because in the US he has a completely different handle for Ranger.
Yeah.
So then he was like, oh, can I just be that one.
Just be lost property.
Lewis one with like a little unicorn sigh. I don't know what that means.
Oh, that was the
Pretty awesome.
manic porn rearrange
Oh.
mission.
Yeah, yep.
In general, with Sam occasionally and a slap in regards to. the
No, unfortunately, we have to impose this is the no slap shots.
Excellent.
It just seems like you guys get up to so much mischief. It's amazing though. So much fun.
And look, for a lot of us, this is our medication. This is us blowing off steam. This is how we deal with.
Yeah, so you
the
look
default
after your
world.
mental health.
Yeah. It's a good way to do it though. Send people on missions about double-ended dildos.
But even just doing the art side of it as well.
Mm.
You know, it's good to just, you know, you get to
Make
talk
dick
about,
rolls.
and just like chat with your mates. You know, like
Yeah.
So you saw, like came along, made your little thing in what, half an
Yeah,
hour?
that's it. Yeah, like I'm still blown away by that. Like it's it's so cool. It's literally like just watching you cut up like 2 bits of magazine to be able to make a shark on the moon.
Yeah. Deviants have been gifting art to local neighbourhoods for over half a decade now.
Mm.
recently in Mount Lily.
Very cool. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Cheers so much for coming on, you guys, because
Yeah,
we
thanks for having us.
Thank you,
we
folks.
basically ran out of time and stuff. But this has been amazing. And honestly, like usually, like a guest will just give us like a sticker or something. But I can't wait to hang this bloody shark on the moon. And also this, the I love Uranus.
Can you hang it somewhere on the wall so it's always behind you?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like, yeah. It's like
The
it's so
dark
cool.
side of the moon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But then, what were these as well? The motion activate stuff.
Well, just put them anywhere where someone might respond to it. Put it on your desktop.
Okay, I get.
Put it on an ATM, the voice activated one, and someone just sits there going 100, 100.
Yeah, I get you. now.
They work really well on the actual manual hand dryers in toilets.
Manual hand dryers.
Yeah, the ones you actually have to push the button on. No, put the voice or clap activated. Stick it on it.
That's amazing.
So
Yeah.
next time you hear someone clapping or yelling at a hand dryer in a toilet,
Yeah, that's so good. That's awesome. But then, like, this literally looks like it came from a pharmacy. Like, this is just so well done.
and this is it. I mean, everybody's so saturated with advertising out there and billboards and whatever that they're frequently not reading the fine print.
Yeah.
It's very easy to go and change a few letters somewhere or change a warning sticker.
So the Uranus one, I had a whole heap of them. Like I just did as postcards, standard size for a picture frame. I'd go into an op shop and quietly slip a few in. So there was like, I don't know, a dozen or 2 dozen op shops around Perth that ended up with, I just left the frame there with a new image in it.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's much nicer than my one where I got some colouring in books and whited out the bits and drew them into dicks and then took them back into shops.
Really? So the kids be colouring in and just making dick shapes. That's beautiful. That's
Maybe we should do
amazing.
that with a dot to dot, eh?
The what?
With a
Dot to
dot.
dot.
Dr. Dot.
You know,
Yeah,
like
but-
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, yeah.
I think in our next edition of Radical Self-Entitlement, instead of a crossword, we might have a dot to dot.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be very cool. Yeah. Yeah, but cheers. And so what are these just quickly as well? Like smells like bacon. Let's just call this out a little secret. I think I'm still contagious. You have beautiful eyes. Come here often. I think I just swallowed my vomit. If I get it now. You're sorry. I'm not a lover. I'm a fighter. It didn't look like this in the catalogue. Bubble.
They
talk?
were literally, I found a game that was called that in an op shop, and it had hundreds of them in there. So just random 10 together, bundled up, and they went in the swag bags.
Okay.
Make of them what you will.
Yeah. I'll gift them to someone. Be like, hey, it
Perfect.
smells like bacon.
Yeah.
Next time you're stuck in an awkward conversation,
Yeah,
try and break
that's
out
it.
of it with one of these.
Yeah, just like whip it out of my pocket and sit here, just
Have
like
you got-
fiddle with them.
Have you got business cards? Just paperclip it on the other side of it and give them your
Yeah,
business.
that's
you know,
it.
and then
Yeah.
people go, I smell. Okay.
That's amazing. Yeah, no, thank you so much, you guys. This is awesome. This has been a good episode. This has been good fun. So
Good.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
So-
you got the spirit of it.
Yeah, no, 100%. And so people can find you guys at the fundraiser this weekend, but where can they find you guys elsewhere? Like other events, just through
If you go
Facebook?
to
or-
intelligentdeviant.com, that's probably where we steer all of our traffic, and it always contains what our next upcoming show is. Obviously, we've got our regular art is always been updated through the shop. We've got merchandising and swag. If you want to make Blaze great again, cap or you know, pasties, you name it. The store runs the whole gamut, and you know, it's a great way of supporting us 24/7.
The dimethyltryptamine. God said no DMT.
And
That's
again,
awesome.
you know, we try to steer everybody through there because it's not subject to the algorithm these days. As you say, it's pretty much pay to play out there on social.
Yeah.
And while we have Instagram and Facebook and all those, it's still a website's the number one place to get the up-to-date info.
And so, bottle for the gifting bar. Is that so you guys can buy a bottle of spirits for the gifting bar?
Oh, this was just a neat way of. We've had some people who are far who have said that they'd really like to help out or gift something into the bar. So we've got this as an option. So they basically can buy us a bottle that we can serve at the next bar, and we'll stick their name on it, and we'll have like an honorary gift from them. But just a little bit special from afar.
So you're saying, like, say, if I bought a bottle, you put my name on
I'll put
it?
your name on it. Yeah,
It's
stick
not
on.
your bottle.
Yeah, no, I know,
but every time
but
we
you
bring it out,
pour
we
it
say,
out, you pour it to someone, give it a drink, and
Yeah.
have my name on
This
it.
is from Alex.
That's cool.
How do you make this possible? Alex made it possible.
That's cool. That's really cool, actually.
Jump on.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking about it, actually. Yeah. Because as I said, like, I really do want to go this year. I want to come and hang out and actually experience it for once. So.
And again, like I say, the bar and Deviance exists beyond Blazing Swan. While it is definitely a big flagship thing for us, and we have a huge presence there, and we spend months getting ready for it. We pop up inside other people's events. We do our own independent stuff. We've got gallery shows.
Yeah, you're quite well, like, you're in with the community. You help out with Perth and everything like that.
Yeah, even when they don't want our help.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the best time.
Yeah. You've been so serious this whole time, man.
Proudly not sponsored by the city of Perth.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys so much, though.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
Thank
this
you.
has been good. It's been really good. So I'm gonna go and eat this whole box of.
But you're not being an asshole.
Yeah.
Why don't you just
Well,
take-
remember they're suppositories.
You
so
should.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
2 knuckles in, you're right.
Put him in the car.
It's Panadol Rapid. Nice. Yeah. Thank you guys. Honestly, no, this has been good. It's been really good. And so I think next week we might be having Ben Renner come on. So he's a local DJ around Perth. He's quite big as well. He's been playing at he's been DJing for a long time, but he's also got a few ARIA awards as well. He's a producer. So the last time we actually had him on, it was quite funny. Where right at the beginning, he was talking to us, and he actually said the words like, "I give permission for you guys to play my music on this show." And so then as soon as we played his music, we actually got flagged from it. And then it's like, we kept saying, it's like we just like kept protesting against Facebook, being like, he said it, it's all right. Like,
Well, let's
it's
face it,
okay.
I'm pretty sure Intelligent Deviant has made sure that this episode has been completely demonetized.
Yeah. Not really. No, not really.
I try harder.
Yeah, that's it. Like, yeah, this is still a good one, though. I like that. That was a good segment. But yeah, so we'll do that next week. But cheers so much, guys, though. This has been good.
No, good.
No
It's
worries.
been good fun.
Thank you. See
And
you out
then,
there.
yeah, and like, if you guys want to come back on in a year or two, I'd love to have you guys back on.
Sure.
Like, just like a catch up and see what's changed, see what's happened, and
Maybe
Nice.
by then you'll have been.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, probably would have. So. All right. So we'll see you guys next week. All right. So catch us.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.